everyone. This is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. As always, I am joined by my friend Pharaoh. Say hello.
Hello there, everybody.
And in the last episode, we were still speaking with Lemuar, who was on the stand, and we finally figured out the secret behind the illusion and how she was able to disappear and reappear. But that was pretty interesting, finding out that Volant had pretended to be her and he pulled it off so well.
That's part of his magic trick, ladies and gentlemen. He knows what to do.
Yep. And then we finally decided we're gonna finally have Daryan on the stand next. And we had a visit from Daddy Phoenix, who was being mysterious and unhelpful as always.
Yeah, it's this series of mentors. They always have to be foreboding and mysterious, but apparently it helps build character. I don't know. I don't care at this point.
Yeah. Ah, well. At the end of the day, it's like, as long as you pay me, I guess I'll put up with it. And then it's like, wait a minute, you don't pay me.
That's the thing. Like, they're lawyers. I mean, you would imagine they'd be getting some decent money like later down the road, but I don't know what the hell's happening.
The struggle is real. Okay.
As our good friend always says.
Yep. All right. July 10th, 1:55 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
Well, court is now back in session. Prosecutor Gavin, where is Detective Crescendo? And the witness lounge, ready to be called at any time. Very well. Might I add, I don't believe any of this. Daryan was the first detective I ever worked with. We stopped working together when he moved to Criminal Affairs Division 3. But his guitar playing fires my imagination. That's nice and all, but it has nothing to do with the matter at hand.
Ooh, that's kind of savage.
I mean, he's right, though. It's like, oh, it's nice, but shut up. Correct? Oh, I know. Yeah, forehead. Very well. Call the final witness to the stand. Detective Daryan Crescendo.
Even the judge is like, this is the final witness.
I'm tired of this BS. Let's get over with. Name and occupation, please. Daryan Crescendo. Detective. Criminal Affairs Division 3. That's the International Affairs Division, for those of you who didn't know. And I'm a guitarist for the Gaviners. Maybe you've heard of us? Do you fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today? Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner.
Ooh.
You gave me your word I wouldn't be standing here. The situation's changed, Daryan. Don't call me a partner. So much for old friends. I see what you're doing, Daryan. You're pressing the prosecution. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial? Yes, it's high time we do. Let's hear your testimony. You may begin with your response to Lemuar's testimony, if, in fact, you will have anything to say about it. No, I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Virginia. And wherever you're from, Mr. Justice. I mean...
Okay.
Conventional methods are out the window, huh? Here goes nothing! Illegal methods! No.
Yeah, we're not doing that forged evidence crap you pulled on us in the first case.
Oh, that was a... Oh, he's legit punched him afterwards, too. That was great.
Yeah.
Alright, let's hear Daryan's rebuttal. Diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. Well, in the first place, she never heard my voice. She forgot the words because she heard gunshots? Ah, man, as if. Didn't Detective Emma Sky hear those gunshots during the third set anyway? The shooting took place when I was on stage, man. So you claim Lamboir's testimony was a lie? Hey, don't get me wrong. I dig what she's doing, trying to protect that kid. And she's got the court eating vague statements out of her hand just because she's blind. You go too far, Daryan. Look, all I'm saying is you've got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective? Detective Sky? I see. Mr. Justice, you may begin a cross-examination. He didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. I can't do this with Lamboir's testimony alone. I'll have to find some other way to prove that when that shooting took place.
All right.
And I think I may have already spotted it. I'm not sure if you did.
I think so.
But
it might be when Emma said she heard the gunshots, right?
that's what I'm thinking.
Because now that Phoenix gave us that new, those new evidence, let's look at it. Burnt fragments found at the crime scene bearing gunpowder residue, possibly a firecracker. Now we have an explanation for what we might have heard.
Right. Because I'm not sure if many of you play this game, but sometimes, when it's close to 4th of July, I play a little game called Is That a Gunshot or Is That Fireworks?
That's a true Chicagoan thing, because I go through the same.
And here I am trying to make it sound like we live in a war zone or anything. We do not.
No.
You know, unfortunately, like any large metropolitan area, things like that unfortunately happen.
So every New Year's and 4th of July. Yeah.
It's always a fun time.
Definitely. Alright, let's present. Alright.
Some things were found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial. What things? Well, the first was this small device. That's a remote triggered igniter. Correct. And one more thing. What are those? The remains of something burnt? Not another guitar, I hope. Traces of gunpowder were found on these fragments. We have a report that it was something like a firecracker. Wait, how did Gavin know about this? What? You think Detective Sky works for you? I received the report this morning before coming here. That's when I made my decision, actually. What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin? I registered Daryan as a witness in today's trial.
Oh, so he's already had it in the back of his mind.
Okay. You know, just in case. This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like sounds during the third set could have been 2 firecrackers rigged to go off by remote control.
Interesting.
Sorry, I'm just looking at his damn hair.
I'm trying not to pay attention to it.
Oh yeah, I'm gotta go forward. Haha, you got an active imagination, don't you? But you shouldn't say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seems a bit too convenient.
Actually, when he looks from the front, he looks totally normal.
Right. I mean, that's the gimmick. You know, obviously it's like, oh, it looks normal. And he turns his head. Holy crap, dude.
Yep.
Like, I'm trying to imagine all the hair gel and mousse or spray he must use, but so be it. Wait, how so? So you're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off right when 2 witnesses came walking by?
That's right. Daryan was out on stage when it happened, Apollo. How would he know someone was backstage right then?
If a firecracker goes off in the forest and there's no one to hear, you get my drift. Why go through the trouble, man? Ugh. How do I explain this? He may not look it, but Daryan is a gifted detective. Show any weakness, and he's sure to find it. He may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man. That reminds me, I happened to pass through that very hallway several times that day myself, and I saw something odd there just before the
And
third
why
set.
did you pick it up?
Right. Wait, something odd? A headset. The kind all the band and staff members were wearing. That's right! We picked this up in front of the door to that dressing room. And if that headset wasn't dropped but placed? And what if it was turned on?
Ooh, Clavier is helping us? What the heck?
You can hear what was going on in that hallway. Oops. There you go. Even if you were out on stage. What side are you on, Gavin? Listen to me, Daryan. There are no sides in a court of law. Which is why I now turn to you, Airforehead. I have a question for you. Huh? For me? They ignited on the burnt fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. It's certainly a possibility that they were part of a ruse to fake the sound of gunshots. Throw the headset from the hallway into the mix and you can fabricate an alibi. But we're still no closer to proving anything. Those gunshots might have been real or fake. We can't say. Ugh. You've raised the possibility that the shots heard during the third set were faked. Now you need to prove the other half of the case. The other half? Look, I'll just tell him. He wants you to prove the thing went down in the second act, while our little piano player was on stage. That right, Gavin? Indeed. If you can't prove that, then to continue this cross-examination will be pointless. Well, Mr. Justice, you prove the crime took place during the second act. Yeah, I think.
You better know, Apollo. Otherwise, we're through.
It can be proven. You make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you. Well, let's continue with the cross-examination then, shall we? Witness, your testimony if you would. This isn't going to be easy. I need some decisive proof and fast. You ready, kid? 'Cause I am.
Oh boy.
The shooting took place during the second set? If you're so sure, then let's see your proof.
Actually, it was Clavier who gave us the hint earlier about the mixing board. So let's present that.
Objection!
It seems there was a clear proof left behind. Right here in Lamuar's song. Or song? What exactly is this, device thingy? A new variety of gramophone, perhaps? How? Come on, man. Come on, we just used this. Hey, don't get me started on gramophone.
Hey, you're not that old, Judge.
Right. This device was used to record the performances part by part. Part? You move the sliders to adjust the volume. Each instrument is adjustable separately. Lamuar's voice included. Oh, what does this prove? Well, according to Lamuar's testimony, at the moment of the shooting, she forgot the words to the song. You intend to examine the recording at that moment, yeah? We might even hear those gunshots. Exactly. Ridiculous. Let me play my hair while I do that. How are you supposed to hear gunshots back in that dressing room out on stage? Have you forgotten, Daryan? We were all wearing these headsets. We were all deeply involved in our performance, but Lamuar's headset would have picked up what she heard all the time, all the same. But let's get to analyzing that recording. Right now. Lamuar stopped singing when she heard the shots fired. Find that spot and I'll find the gunshots.
Okay. Now, the trick here is to lower the volume for all of them, except for one. So let's start with one.
Okay.
Yep, it's in the beginning of the second bar, of course.
Right.
Alright, so I think all we have to do is press number 1.
Or no, do we press 2? Because it... Wait, I'm confused. That's the reason why I hate this damn mixing board. I'm not sure, like... It was on the second bar, but we can't really select that. Hold on really quick. Because what was it again we needed to prove that...
Just to find the gunshot. So I think we're okay with just selecting 1, which is her singing, because that's where the gunshot is in her track. I don't think we have to have it specifically on the right section, as long as we have it on 1 to say we heard it in her part.
Okay, no, I get what you're talking... I get what you mean. Excuse me. I get what you mean. And I'm just confused because I thought the purpose was we had to figure out that Maki was playing the piano when the gunshot or when the shots were fired. That's what I thought this whole purpose was. So that's why I'm confused. I'm like, do we select part what?
No, what you're thinking of happens later.
Track? Is that it? Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place.
So let's just press 1.
Okay. All right.
Present.
Your Honor, listen closely to this part. This is a track for Lamuar's vocals. Oh, I did hear something faintly there, yes. Why, it sounded like a gunshot. What? Oh, yeah, you hate to see that happen. It's a problem. It's like, no, I swear, it never happened before.
I mean, it's just weird because every other time he faced forward, we couldn't tell he had that hair like that, but now we could.
Right. Legit casting a shadow over his dumb ass. What? This has to be some kind of mistake. I believe a case has been made. Gunshots were heard during the second act, which means that Noir's testimony was true. Ugh.
It sucks to go flaccid, doesn't it, Daryan? I should have just said it, but okay.
No, it's fine. We have moments like this. It's every man's nightmare.
This is what he needs to do a commercial for Viagra.
Do you have hair problems? Oh, what happens if it stays up more than 5 hours? You're screwed. Who do you go to? Your barber? Oh, the poor people listening to this.
I think they're used to it by now.
You think, but then we still get comments and people asking us why and why, but... Cause we're old and perverted, ladies and gentlemen. It comes of age.
It's a side effect.
Everything's sexual at this point. Ah, orders! So, she was telling the truth about what she heard?
Yes.
Yes. Oh god, yes, we know. It's over. Press the switch. Oh. Just after that, there was a gunshot, and then the guitar caught on fire. Detective D.Crescendo, you weren't on stage during the second set. You could have done it. But why did we only hear one gunshot on the recording? What? 2 bullets fired from this weapon? Well, Lamior was moving through the air vent, Your Honor. She must not have been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot. But then, as she passed over the dressing room, the gun fired again, and Mr. Latus's life was taken. Well, Detective Crescendo? Ah, once again, I'm reminded of something. Huh? Our performance that day... Well, your performance? Seeing the mixing board jogged my memory. You were there too,
Ah, yes. When you were upset.
Oh. It was like one of the first times I actually saw him really mad.
But the point was that Daryan had messed up his part.
And we were able to prove it using the mixing board. I thought it strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple cue? I know you. I know how you play. You're better than that. Yeah, well, You what? Prosecutor Gavin, what are you getting at here? I'm talking about the murder weapon. This is Latus's .45 caliber hand cannon. As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscarred with a revolver that size. The kickback is strong enough to dislocate your shoulder if you're an amateur.
Still pisses me off because why y'all suspecting Maki if he doesn't have a dislocated shoulder?
That and his ass would have been flown through the wall
right?
at that point. He looks like a toothpick. I probably would knock his ass out.
Not only after one shot, not alone, to do 2 times.
Would have flew off the building. Wait, you mean his playing was affected because he hurt himself shooting that revolver? You're forgetting something. Yes, Detective Crescendo? I'm a trained police officer, you know. I've had firearms training, plenty of it. I'm no amateur. The Staten sidearm issued to police officers a .38 caliber weapon, a much tamer beast. Also, the metal weapon belonged to the victim, Mr. Latus, which suggests there was a struggle between the killer and victim. So, the killer might not have been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. Is that what you mean? The thought had occurred to me,
And yet you
yes.
still charged Maki.
Well, does the witness have anything to say to this? Detective Crescendo! What I want to ask is what Mr. Sleeves rolled up ready for action has to say. Hey, you, attorney. Me? Exactly which piece of your evidence is decisive again? You got a little noise on tape that could be anything. And you have an alleged guitar cue missed due to a .45 caliber kickback. I weep for this case, Gavin, I really do. You can line up your little weak pieces of evidence all you want. I didn't shoot that manager. And that's the obvious truth. The witness has a point. Defense's arguments, while persuasive, are not decisive. I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far.
My pet peeve with these games is like what they consider decisive and not, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, it's meant for prolonging the experience a little bit more, and I mean, I never really thought about it. I mean, they have their writers, yes, for these games. It makes me wonder, do they consult detectives and lawyers and things like that as they're writing these cases?
You would hope so, right?
I would think so, but I'm not sure. I never really looked into that deep enough, like behind the scenes of the development of the series, what they actually went through. So, I mean, there could be things like, that seems like a plot hole, this seems like it's missing, but you just kind of go along, because in the end, you know what to do. So, your testimony, please, Detective Crescendo. Tell us your reasons why you couldn't have done it.
Okay, Okay, guys, actually, we're gonna leave this episode right here because I feel like if we start him, then, that gets the whole ball rolling and just don't have time for it. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and until next time, have a nice day.
Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also make sure to ring the bell for notifications for new episodes. You can follow me on Twitch, where I stream every week, and also follow me on Twitter for updates. Until next time, have a nice day. Adios!